another podcast about Godzilla and all his giant monster friends.
This could be the end of civilization.
Yeah, probably. So join your hosts, Chris Cicchini and Chris Casares.
Ladies and gentlemen,
you're listening to the podcast. From Odo Island. Welcome to the podcast from Odo Island. You can find us on Twitter at Odo Island Pod. I am Kess. And with me as always, wish him best of the luck on future endeavors.
I am the Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt got released early today as we're recording this. So,
yeah.
That is the frame of mind we're in.
Well, this is an important episode. This is our 2-year anniversary episode. We'll set the table on this recording. You were hearing us after we have done So you're going to get our main topic, our usual weekly purchases, as well as our OIWF conversation, and then after that is going to be our first ever commentary / drinking game episode, I guess, tacked on at the end as like a bonus for Godzilla versus Hedorah. But
yeah, it's a fun drinking watch along.
Right, but we are recording the intro after we have recorded the outro because we are a Jet Jaguar PP. This episode has been recorded through time. It is now this intro is being recorded to once it was ready to be an intro. I don't know. I was trying to kind of fumble my way through that, but this is our 2-year anniversary episode. It's a celebration. We've made it.
Yeah,
2 years.
Thanks to Andrea, your wife, for the delicious chocolate cupcake.
Yes.
Chocolate is one of my favorite flavors, so kudos for the fantastic selection. The cupcake itself was amazing.
Yeah.
So great job, Whole Foods.
I will let her know because she does not listen to the pod.
Yeah.
But I will let her know.
But either way, very kind gesture, and she got the flavor dead pat from me.
Yes. So I think we don't have to dwell on it, but we also have Kong Skull Island on in the background, and we just got to the part where the tax man gets ripped up by some pterodactyls, and that's pretty sweet. But it's been 2 years, 2 years of this podcast, and I guess I'll start with like my little wishy thoughts. It's been a pleasure doing this over the last 2 years. We've grown
100%. Conrad, 100%.
Yeah, we've grown quite a bit. I'm grateful for that. And I appreciate the little community that we have that's on Twitter. I appreciate the people who enjoy our stupid figure wrestling federation.
Yeah, the OIWF is just like a fun thing we do. Like literally, it takes me maybe like 15 minutes, like from start to finish, on putting my stuff together for like the Intercontinental title stuff. And that's mainly what I focus on. I do some of the cage matches too. Like you can definitely tell who does what. Like you have the
tricephalon
background, whereas mine is more like whatever I put on my TV is my background. And so that's how we set it. It's just like a fun little thing we do just to amuse ourselves. If anyone else wants to be amused, that's great too.
But and I appreciate all the like the little Twitter community and whatnot that we have. All the people who send like little messages on Reddit, Facebook.
I also want to
Twitter.
take a minute to appreciate our international audience.
Yes,
we haven't done it for a while, but like props to you guys. Like maybe your English isn't even your first language, and you're still listening to us. So thank you so much for that. Like, I you don't understand. Like that's like the coolest thing in the world to me.
I know. I love that. Like that's. I think I referenced it when we did our 1-year anniversary episode, and it's only grown. Like we have like downloads like really wild. It's like across like 40 different countries now.
The map is pretty colored in.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, really cool. Like and what, not to be like too corny or too mushy before I turn to UPR. But we're having a celebration here. But I mean, like not to get too deep into it. I mean, particularly this year has like not been a great year personally.
For anyone,
and but this has always been a little bright spot having getting together and every other week and talking about these topics and movies with you.
It's the easiest thing in the world for me. Like, you watch one movie every 2 weeks, and then you just get to have a few drinks with your friend and talk about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
My other podcast that I do, BDF, it's like we meet once a week and we just talk about whatever we feel like, you know. Like this past week, John went to a GCW show and saw Nick Gage versus Matt Cardona for the GCW title and a death match. And like, I wish I could have gone. Like I had work stuff coming that I had to be around for, so I couldn't go. But like, it was just like such a fun thing to do. But like, this is so much like less effort and just more of like a fun thing for me.
Yeah.
Like, I get to watch a movie that I probably would never have gotten around to watching and then like give like an unfiltered opinion on that. Like, while maybe I think it's like fun to do, like maybe it's a little uneducated at times and maybe I don't know everything to know about the movie, but I think I offer sort of some perspective on like how I view movies, which is like I really like the cinematography of movies and like what goes into making the movie rather than like maybe more so than the final product. Maybe GVK is like the exception where like I definitely prefer the final product and do not really give a shit about what happened to make the movie. But other than that, like I really appreciate, like we were watching Hedorah earlier and I'm just like, this is like the funnest movie to make. Like they're rolling down the hill together and like I'm just like watching it from that lens. I'm just like, hey, like this movie's filmed at night or it's supposed to be a night scene, but like it's so bright and like I can see everything. Like I look at movies through like a very weird, different lens. So like it's just fun for me to do this. So,
we watched Hedorah earlier, which we'll be watching later because we are in a singular point and time is a flat circle.
Yes.
Yeah. This is gonna be a very sloppy episode because we are celebrating our 2 years and what better way to celebrate it?
I'm on my 8th claw right now, so. And I haven't eaten anything this whole time. I had a cupcake, so that's not true. A lot of good that's doing.
Is there anything else you'd like to add about our 2-year?
I just like to like shout out to the Twitter people who like either A, you like hate the stuff that I love, or B, you love the stuff that I love. Like I don't care. Like you know, like no matter what, like your opinion's like your opinion. So fucking say it. Like who cares?
Yeah.
Like if you hate GVK, I love GVK, but if you hate it, fucking let people know you hate it. Let's be like, hey, I fucking hate this movie, and it's because like the human cast fucking sucks, and like Bernie sucks, and like all this and that and the other thing. But if you love it, like I'm with you. Like I love that movie too. Like I think it's the dumbest, funnest movie I've ever seen.
Shout out to all my anime trilogy lovers, and also like all the special guests we've had over the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Silent Dan will be back later, as he was here earlier, because again we're in a singular point, and Space Bones Jackson Irwin, whatever he is going by this week. Shinrab Jira, good.
We mentioned
good
him
friend of the pod.
in the watch-along.
Yeah.
We got a little rope from him. Appreciate it.
I don't know where he went, but Atomic Turtle Matt.
I reached out to him. I found him. Like I was like genuinely concerned.
I hope he comes back.
Yeah.
He comes back.
Like he hasn't done anything with the Atomic Turtle podcast since us. It looks like, and
oh my god, it's our fault.
I hope not. But I did reach out to him on like other social media platforms, and I was like, "Hey, man, just hope you're okay, and you're a bro, and we like you. If
you're part of the family,
if you're listening to this, Matt,
part of the family.
Come back if you want. If you can't, I get it. That's fine. But we like you. You're a bro.
Yeah, part of the growth over the last 2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd like to thank Trend Masters for making so many figures that we then later randomly use to build our figure fed. But
I'd also like to thank NECA and Playmates for the same reason.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I've sort of made the NECA figures my Bret Harts, my Mr. Perfects, where I've made the Playmates more of like my Vince Russo pushes. And that's sort of how I book my side of the OIWF. I know we're not like full brand split yet. Maybe that's coming, but maybe we've had some soft talks about it. Like I kind of like it how it is right now, where it's all one. Yeah. But if it warrants it, then I'm down. But the OIWF is just a blast. Like I just get to like sort of fantasy book dumb feuds between figures that are modeled after Godzilla universe figure. It's just so fun. Like, it really does take 15 minutes, and like by the end of it, I have something that's completely ridiculous and hilarious at the same time.
Well, there you go. To another many years.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I don't need to slow down on this. This is every 2 weeks, and I get to watch
That's great.
fun movies. And we could always just redo the same things we've done before, too.
Yeah. Yeah. But how do we kick off to a double-header topic episode? We have to do a topic that everyone's been dying to hear us talk about. Godzilla versus Barkley.
Man, that's terrible, man.
So how to set this up? Are you familiar with? Maybe we're obviously familiar with Godzilla, but are you familiar with the other kaiju in this promotion? Charles Barkley.
I was like, what other and then you said Barkley. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I'm well aware of Charles Barkley. If you look at my wall right behind me, I have this Larry Bird Dream Team jersey. And so pretty much everyone in the Dream Team I'm well aware of. You know, Barkley was a big part of that. Following year, he was the MVP of the NBA.
He was.
So great basketball player. He's also been a commentator for TNT for a number of years after his retirement. And he's always just been hilarious. Frank Caliendo, a comedian, does impressions of him. And he's appeared on TV as him. So it's pretty hilarious.
So yeah, you know, I can't believe we're going to talk about Godzilla versus Barkley as half of our 2-year anniversary celebration, but I think it's a pretty good topic.
No, it's pretty good. It's perfect.
So I'll do a little bit of setting the table, but also I kind of said this before we started that I was going to kind of hit you with some thoughts and questions along the way. So obviously this was a Nike promotion, a Nike sneaker promotion in 1992.
Okay.
So what's going on with Godzilla 1992, Godzilla versus Mothra, Godzilla versus King Ghidorah? Those movies are out, but not released in the West.
Right.
Nothing has been released in the West since.
Which is surprising because maybe not Mothra, but definitely Godzilla versus Ghidorah would definitely have...
Well, Biollante didn't do well. I'm sorry, I take it back. Biollante was not released in theaters in America. It was released right to video.
Yeah.
And so there was just...
I'm just saying, like, I feel like Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, the 1991 movie, would have done okay here. Maybe I'm wrong.
It would have, but if you remember, like, it had controversy around it because it was thought there was an anti-Western sentiment to it.
The World War II stuff, yeah.
So but originally this Godzilla vs. Barkley promotion was meant for Japan. And then a decision was made to actually bring it to America. And so, but also speaking of what was going on in 1992, this is the year that Barkley's traded from 76ers to the Suns.
Yep.
And now where you and I are both like about 8 years old at this time, this is when I'm starting to get basketball in my periphery, like right now. Yeah.
I grew up in a sports house, so like Michael Jordan, the NBA has been a part of my life since as long as I can remember at this point. So by the time I'm 9 years old, like this is like probably like 4 or 5 years into my fandom.
So I might have already been into it because Larry Bird is not playing right now. Like Reggie Lewis is on the Celtics, but this is also Larry Johnson, Muggsy Bogues, and Alonzo Mourning on the Hornets, and that was like my team.
Yeah,
like,
my team for NBA Jam. That was always my team.
That was just like my team. That like not even NBA Jam. That was just like my team growing up because I was small.
They had cool merchandise too, like that Hornet, the purple and teal Hornet, the mascot that they had.
I have so much Hornet gear.
Yeah, no, like I had Hornet gear too.
Yeah.
So same.
I was. I've said this to you offline before, but I was like, I'm not a tall person. Like I was, and especially back then, I was very short, even like for my age. And Muggsy Bogues was tiny, and I was starting basketball camp at the time. So like Muggsy Bogues was like my hero, as like a short kid. Like
you grew taller than Muggsy Bogues.
I did, but I felt like Muggsy Bogues in basketball camp.
You're a normal sized human being.
I know, but it was like, but I I could look. Well, now I would look down to him, but I looked up to him at the time. But so that was going on in 1992, and this is starting Barkley's run on the Suns, which is like kind of like that. And the Dream Team is like just how I kind of like always kind of remember him.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big. I don't know. Were you into? I mean, I knew who Barkley was, but I wasn't big into Barkley. Like, 'cause, yeah, Jordan is like the guy, right?
The Bulls were my team after the after the Celtics pretty much were not a playoff consideration, which is probably like pretty much once it became the 90s. I was a kid and I was very highly influenced by what was going on SportsCenter on ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
So I pretty much had shifted to the Bulls. And if you look at my wall here, there's one guy on the Bulls who always stood out to me. And that's number 33, Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
He was always my guy on the Bulls. Now, granted, I understood that Michael Jordan was the greatest basketball player in the land. And he was part of the Pro Stars, and I watched the Pro Stars every week. And I was a big Pro Stars fan growing up. But for me, Scottie Pippen and the Bulls was my guy. Because he was sort of like the facilitator. He made things happen for Jordan to become the greatest of all time.
Yeah. So I was, I mean, kind of the same boat. Like, the Celtics weren't great at the time. I mean...
Yeah, they were on the... Like, they were great in the mid-'80s. This is some sports history for y'all.
Yeah.
They had the great feud with the Lakers, where they traded off NBA championship finals wins and everything. Great rivalry between Magic Johnson of the Lakers and Larry Bird of the Celtics. And then what happened was the Detroit Pistons became the Eastern powerhouse for a couple years. Right. They were just a hard-nosed, like, smash-mouth team. A team that, like, you hated, but now you look back and you're like, damn, they were tough. You know?
Sure, yeah.
And they sort of took over the East for a couple years, but then the Bulls beat them finally, and they took over the East for the next decade or so. So the Celtics sort of dropped off. Bird retired because of back problems. And so, like, I had to pretty much look elsewhere for teams to get behind. So
Dan Parrish is still on the team at the time, playing for the Celtics.
Robert Parrish?
Robert Parrish.
He was also on the Bulls one year.
I think I also just gave someone's shoot name away. But so we're kind of like in the same boat. Like, you know, you had a secondary team, which was Bulls. I had the Hornets because I had, in addition to Muggsy,
the Hornets were another team.
I loved Grandmama. I loved Grandmama. Grandmama was no one.
Grandmama was great. Alonzo Mourning, just a great all-around player. Like, so I was behind them. Yeah.
So this
is the podcast from Odo Island Sports.
Well, we're giving you the climate, right? Like, because, you know, that's what Godzilla was. Godzilla was in the middle of literally the middle of the Heisei series in Japan, and you know, just like over here, you had Charles Barkley, you know, predicting victory over Jordan. Maybe Mothra and Batra are predicting victory over Godzilla, and Godzilla said, But so this, before we dive into the commercial and whatnot, the commercial itself, before we get into the background of it, premiered at the 1992 MTV Music Awards, and we were offline. I said, what do you think won Video of the Year? And
I was given some solid guesses for the time.
Sure. So you had said Smells Like Teen Spirit.
I think that was probably my main guess, but because it came out in 91. I don't really know. Like, I have no memory of this. Like, for me, MTV became a thing in 93, 94. So I'm either going to be dead on or I'm going to be way off.
So I'll start with the nominees and then I'll say who won.
Okay.
Video of the Year at the MTV Music Awards 1982. Nominee, Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit. Nominee, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Under the Bridge. Nominee, Def Leppard, Let's Get Rocked. Winner, Van Halen, Right Now.
Okay. I thought Right Now came a little later. Because I know like, I was into the Van Hagar. I'm still into the Van Hagar stuff. Like 5150, I think, is one of the greatest albums ever. But that, I'm not blown away by it. I just thought that happened in 94. I thought that was on the I Can't Stop Loving You album. I forget what it's called. It was the little cherub angel thing smoking a cigarette. Yeah. I forget what that album was called. But yeah, it doesn't shock me that Van Halen won.
So the commercial debuts during that, and kind of interesting background, or a couple little tidbits of the commercial that I was interested in. That one, Industrial Light and Magic does the commercial. That's George Lucas's famed special effects studio, and they actually put a lot of thought into the Godzilla suit.
The suit is awesome.
Yeah, like they wanted to make. There was like an interview with both like the kind of like the promotional company and kind of representing what like Industrial Light and Magic said. Was like they wanted to have the suit be truthful. They didn't want it to be like. They wanted to be representative of like a Godzilla suit, but they did like a cool thing where it's like they gave Godzilla like a lot of facial features that were like kind of controlled by like radios and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And but they used like a lot of like so the suit is supposed to be very light, I guess, and they use a lot of like the same suit construction techniques that Jim Henson did for like the people based. Not like obviously the Muppet puppets, but like when people had to wear like full body costumes.
Okay.
They based it on like what Jim Henson did, which I thought was I thought that was pretty cool. And then a lot of the buildings that are in the commercial, you'll appreciate this. They were miniatures that were used in the first Ghostbusters movie that they still had lying around.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, like so most of those miniatures that like they are like kind of
because they don't get destroyed or anything. They looked very good.
Yeah. Those from the first Ghostbusters movie still floating around.
I don't know if you've ever seen like or paid attention to those scenes where with the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man when they need the miniatures and stuff.
Yeah,
but they look so good. It's just, that movie came out in '84. And it's just like, you look at it and you're just like, wow, that's fucking convincing.
I was actually surprised like 8 years later they were still kind of preserved.
Yeah. I feel like Hollywood does a better job of preserving their sets and their pieces than Japan does. Like Hollywood, they have warehouses and warehouses and warehouses filled with this shit. Like the Cheers set was preserved in some warehouse or basement somewhere, it's brass, so it's all rusted to hell, but like all that stuff gets like private collectors are still like trying to buy stuff like all the time. So it doesn't surprise me that they survived, but they just look so good. That's awesome.
Before I throw it to you to recap the commercial for us, the last bit last couple of bits of trivia I'll give. Like I don't know if you saw this. It was a really good like behind the scenes featurette of the making of that commercial, and it's really funny to watch because like the Industrial Light and Magic crew is like really stressing over like all the shots, and Barkley like at one point is like he's like I'm here to work, man. He goes, I'm here to work, make me work, but like you can tell he's like the director is getting really annoyed, and Barkley is getting like really frustrated with the director at some point, and it's like it seems like the stress like really boils over is the part where like Barkley throws the forearm into Godzilla, and what they like it's like light dawns on Marvel, like they go, we're gonna film it backwards, where instead of like Barkley throwing the forearm, he's gonna start the forearm on Godzilla's head and then kind of pull away, and they just like reversed it. And but yeah, like Barkley's got like just like there's like one part of like the behind the scenes making where it's like the director's like all fucking pissy and shit like that, and like Barkley's just like, oh, like
I think
it's terrible.
If you're a director and you're dealing with someone who's like an Olympic gold medalist, an NBA MVP, like a star, like a sports star like Charles Barkley, like you gotta fucking curb your ego and you gotta fucking make sure that like you understand who you're working with and you gotta sort of cater your work towards him. That's a failure on the director's part, not Charles Barkley's fault.
Yeah, also I don't know how much is like being played for TV with this like little behind the scenes documentary.
Maybe like I don't like
it's funny to watch.
I feel like if you're gonna do that, well, then you're kind of just fucking with it.
Yeah,
like and I understand like maybe you have a little bit of an ego of your past work. I don't know who the director was, but like maybe you think very highly of yourself, and I understand that, but I think a quality of a good director is to sort of park your ego at the door, and understand you're working with film, TV, sports stars, and they're like, you make them shine. Like you don't get any shine. Like your shine comes at the award season. You don't like when you're making the movie. Just fucking chill the fuck out. Make your fucking stars look good. That's just my opinion. And maybe I'm wrong, so I apologize if I offended anyone.
They filmed that over like 8 days too, and I kind of wonder
That's way too long.
I kind of wonder how many days was because I think a lot of it was probably the Godzilla scenes, but I don't know. Like I don't know how many days Barkley was required for, but it's a 30-second spot. Like
if it's 8 days start to finish, like setting up, unpacking, then I get it. If it's 8 days, like we need to film for 8 days, the spot is 30 seconds long. No, you do not.
So they did a lot of like layered matte filming where it's like, so like the buildings falling and stuff like that. They would film just them pulling the buildings down and crumbling them, and then they would layer them.
Okay.
So I don't like, so maybe that's like most of it, but I don't know like how many days Barkley was required, but he seems it's finding like the behind the scenes like online is a good watch. It's a fun watch. So, and there's like it cuts like to the side where it's like there's one part where they're just like they're trying to practice like the tail is like a standalone piece, and like they're swinging like a crane. Like one dude's like throwing the basketball, and somebody else is like swinging the tail like a baseball bat like into a net. And they're practicing it, and I was like, all right, that's fucking awesome. Like that's like what you're doing. But yeah, I don't know. Walks through that commercial, Kess.
Well, it starts off, Godzilla's just destroying the city, and like, you know, it looks fucking cool. Like, the sky's like orange, and like, I love it. Mm-hmm. The Godzilla suit is phenomenal. They did a great job with it. And then Charles Barkley just fucking strolls down the street dribbling a basketball, and they just start playing a game of basketball, like out of nowhere. Like, what the hell's this?
Godzilla throws the goggles on?
Yeah, Godzilla has the what's his name?
Oh God, yeah. I can't remember
the
who wore them. Yeah.
He was in the Bulls and the Magic.
Yeah.
He was on the Bulls for
I can't remember either, but yeah, there was like his trademark goggles. Yes,
Horace Grant. They were definitely doing the Horace Grant thing because it plays into the NBA Finals of that year of the Suns versus the Bulls, which the Bulls won, which plays into later when we talk about the comic. So they just start playing a game of basketball, and there's this random slam dunk portion.
It's the O in Tokyo. A random science is Tokyo.
Okay,
it's an O that fell down.
So Barkley dunks on Godzilla, and so he dunks on Godzilla, and then they just sort of arm in arm walk away. Going, Barkley was like, "I'll get you a shoe deal. You get some game." He respects him.
He hears him. Yeah.
Barkley won, but he respects Godzilla's game. I think that's important. Good sportsmanship. Godzilla walks away too, arm in arm. You know, he understands he lost, but at the end of the day, he won Barkley's respect.
That's right.
And that was more important than
not bad for an unproven rookie.
Yeah.
A walk on.
Yeah. And that's sort of the end of the commercial. We got pizza delivered. So
we did. We took a little quick break there. But that was not the only promotional tool.
No, it was not.
A whole year later, Dark Horse Comics, which was putting out bangers of Godzilla comics at that time. They had a whole Godzilla timeline going, of which this is not part of, but they had like a whole like new origin for Godzilla in the 90s. It was like basically Godzilla and generic knockoffs of Anguirus, Rodan, and Kumonga were like all driven to attack humanity over like the call of like some like random like stone that was like found in the middle of the ocean, and like
so the stone was Ghidorah and King of the Monsters. Got it.
Yeah, yes. And they were also like adapting the manga for Godzilla Returns. Like, and they was like their first like big thing, and like they hadn't started their own standalone Godzilla series yet, but they were kind of like getting ready to do it. And but they were kind of making these like random one shots with like Godzilla, and we got a whole year after this, almost like literally a year, like December of '93, we get the Godzilla versus Barkley comic book. And before we start recapping it, I think so. A couple things like. Art Adams was like kind of like one of the big artists of the Godzilla 90s Godzilla. Like he does like a fantastic job drawing Godzilla.
The every
this is not him. This is not him that does this comic.
I was going to say every frame of this comic looks really good.
It's a guy emulating Art Adams' style.
Okay, makes sense.
And so
It still looks really good. I'll give it that.
Godzilla does.
Yeah.
But there's like a child star in this comic, and I feel like in one scene he looks like he's 55, and in the next scene, like panel, he looks like he's 8. But the big thing with this is that the plot is written by Alan Smithy, which is a Hollywood or not any sort of it's a name that people use when they say I am disowning. I don't want my name attached to this.
Like when Trey Parker used Juan Schwartz as his name for Cannibal the Musical.
I guess, yeah. Like, I mean, was that like to be funny, or was he like disowning it?
Juan Schwartz. It was definitely to be funny.
Yeah, it was to be funny. Alan Smithy is to disown.
Yes.
Like, well, I mean, let's get into it. With the fuck happens in this comic?
Well, it starts off, you're out to sea. As your standard Godzilla start, it starts off pretty much exactly like Godzilla Returns. There's a boat out to sea. Godzilla emerges, Skreonk, destruction. Then it cuts to that's off the California coast. So then Charles Barkley is filming a commercial on like Long Beach, it looks like, or somewhere in California, and like this kid's
Matt is the kid.
Matt is the kid. Okay. Yeah. Matt is very obsessed with Charles Barkley, and he's just like he wants to meet him, and like everyone's like obviously your standard barriers are there. Like, you get security.
Yeah, a bunch of '90s fashion and '90s haircuts.
Yeah,
are in the way.
It's very '90s. People are like, well, I can't like grown adults are telling this kid like, well, I came from this place to see Charles Barkley. Like, fuck, like this is a little kid. Fuck off, little douchebag. So, but like eventually, like they get turned away, and so the kid's a little dejected. So he sees one of the survivors of the shipwreck wash up on shore, and like people are like rescuing him, and like Godzilla's coming, like run, like everyone runs. So Godzilla eventually makes landfall. Yeah, and like everyone's like running away and screaming and stuff. But then like Charles Barkley's just like casually walking away with his group of people, like, oh, we're done filming today.
And they're telling him he's going to be somewhere else by noon.
Yeah. And so like Matt like skateboards over to him, and Barkley catches him, and he's just like
he does a somersault into Barkley's arms.
He does a cannonball, actually.
Cannonball, sorry.
And Barkley compliments him on his moves, and then he's like, you got to fight Godzilla. Like, you're the only one who can. Like, you're the world's greatest warrior. It's like, yes, I am the world's greatest warrior.
Shaq is somewhere plotting Shaq Fu, and he's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I think Shaq Fu is probably out by this point.
Yeah, probably
right around this time.
Probably close, yeah.
Yeah. But eventually, Matt's grandfather, I'm guessing, or his father, or
I think it's his grandfather.
Okay. He pitched a no-hitter against New York, not the Yankees, just
the New York Elites, I think he says. Yeah. Well, he had some like silver dollar or some shit like that.
So Matt gives Barkley the silver dollar that his grandfather gave him, and Barkley grows up to be Godzilla size. So as Godzilla is like making landfall and like destroying shit, Barkley shows up and he's just like, let's play some basketball.
Can I add one quick detail to that? It's like it's like Barkley and Matt are like driving away, and like the characterization is so shitty that it's like it seems like Barkley's like, a good guy in one panel, and then like that kid Matt's like, well, you clearly don't give a shit about the city getting destroyed, so why don't we pull over and I'll show you my moves? And then like they go to play basketball, and the whole reason why Barkley grows huge is like, all right, we'll flip for it with like the magic silver dollar or whatever the fuck it is. And then it lands like on its like edge, and then Barkley grows. And he's like, "Oh shit! I guess I am the fucking chosen one." Whereas again, Shaq is just fucking waiting there with Shaq Fu to be the chosen one.
Also, Matt needs to be spotted 13 in a best of 15 game against Barkley.
Well, he's taller. He's taller.
Yes,
he said Barkley's taller.
So I'm sorry for skipping over that
part. I just like how randomly just like, you don't care about Godzilla destroying the city. It's like, when did Barkley not care about the city being destroyed?
Also, when Barkley's getting taken away by Matt to fight Godzilla, all his people are like, we need to do this and that, and then Barkley fires them like out of nowhere, like, what the fuck? And then one guy's just like, what happens if you offend a little old lady? And you're telling me about this married with children tied in with the
Oh,
rural
yeah,
thing
yeah,
from Vermont
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a stupid line. It's still stupid even after you explained it to me.
Yes,
I was like,
yes.
no wonder why whoever wrote this disavowed it, because, like, yeah, I would too. This is
Yeah.
stupid.
Also, Charles Barkley grows big because the coin lands on its edge.
Yeah.
So, stupid.
So Barkley grows big, and he plays basketball with Godzilla. I mean, like, that's pretty much like all this is. It's like Charles Barkley playing basketball against Godzilla. And pretty much the same thing happens. Barkley wins. Like, instead of the Tokyo sign, it's a big satellite with a big ring on it.
Yeah, but Godzilla throws a strong tail to Barkley's head and scores the first points. Sweet layup.
Well, Godzilla has some game, and that's why
he's got more game in the comic.
That's why Barkley's like, you're not good enough to play with me, but you could play for a second-rate team like the Bulls, who had beat the Suns previously in the NBA Finals for their first three-peat. The first of two, by the way.
So wait, can we assume in this comic book canon that Godzilla did go on to play for the Bulls and Godzilla has a ring? If not one or more rings?
I don't know, because he was never like
I think in the canon of this comic, we can assume that he did go on to play for the Bulls.
He's in a team like the Bulls. So, like, I don't know. Who is, like, maybe the Knicks?
I want to believe Godzilla got a ring.
Well, Chicago is pretty much like landlocked from Godzilla. I don't know. I don't think so.
So he's doing 1,000 layups it's in Utah.
Yeah, they take him away to the desert, basically, in Utah,
Right.
and he's got a fresh pair of Nikes now, and he's just doing layups in the middle of the desert.
Is Karl Malone on the Jazz at this point?
Carl and John Stockton are on the Jazz.
Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe Godzilla lands the Jazz.
If that's the case, if he's on the Jazz, he never gets a ring.
Yeah. Yeah. Best player to never get a ring.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, like, best players through the 90s got a ring. Best player of the 2000s got a ring.
Best player not to get a ring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Best player not to get a ring.
I thought you said best players.
I mean, if he
don't
did
get a
that many layups in the canyon, he's probably the best player to not get a ring.
Give it his height, maybe.
Yeah.
He's like a Lamar Odom type.
Yeah.
But,
So, the comic is trash, right? Like,
oh, terrible!
Trash.
It's terrible. Yeah.
Terrible.
Man, that's terrible.
I mean, maybe we should apply our 5-star ranking system to both the commercial and the comic.
For the commercial, I'd probably give it a 4-star rating. It was a good commercial, solid. For the comic, I'd probably give it a 2-star rating.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like terrible. Like, it's not terrible. But it's
drink
not
every time
good.
we say terrible, Chuck.
It's funny. Like, so the humor sort of redeems it, and the ridiculousness redeems it. The art, very good in my opinion. But the story is trash.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I give it a 2.
Yeah.
I've seen worse comics. Trust me.
I will give the comic 4 stars just for the fact that, like, when you are on like any sort of GIF or GIF searching platform and you type in Godzilla, you will probably get Godzilla putting the goggles on as like one of like your top choices. And I think that just goes to how iconic the commercial is, and plus everyone kind of remembers Godzilla versus Barkley, stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember it, but I haven't seen it in years, and then watching it again, I was like, oh, this is fucking
I didn't even
hilarious.
say it earlier. It was like, I think Godzilla was just starting to get into like my life at this time. Like, I don't think I was like full. I mean, I was 8, so like I don't think I 5th grade is like where I really went full swing. So I'm older than 8 when I'm in 5th grade.
Yeah,
Right. How old would I?
10
Probably
to 11.
10. Yeah, so it's like I'm maybe like in the periphery of this, like being Godzilla being a thing. But I remember this like being like a promotion.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I remember it, but I just hadn't seen it in 20 years at least.
Yeah. Commercial though, give it a 4. Cool, especially when I go into like the backstory, like Industrial Light and the Ghostbusters buildings, like being in it. I was like, that's a 4. Comic 1. It's trash.
Okay.
Trash.
I see
Total trash.
I see the redemption in the things that went with it, like the art style and the humor, but like as a story one.
When you get the writer going, yeah, I'm gonna hit the Alan Smithy on this, I go like, yeah, I'm with you, dude. It's trash.
It's definitely
Sorry, madam.
It's definitely trash. I'm just looking at the bright side of things, like,
Yeah.
like the other things that went into it, and so like, yeah, it's trash. I've seen worse. Trust me, I've seen worse.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, 90s. Oh my god, 90s comics in general. Phew. Phew. Especially like I mean, granted, it was years later, like the Clone Saga and Marvel, and I mean, whatever bullshit DC was doing around that time. Yeah. I mean, this probably seemed like high art. At,
I don't think it would go that far.
But that said, the Dark Horse, the other Dark Horse Godzilla comics were like a million times. This is just like a publicity stunt.
I've only heard good things about Godzilla comics, so this is sort of like an outlier, and I get that. It's just sort of there to like for humor's sake.
Yeah.
And so that's what it is. Like overall, I'd probably give it a 2, just because it's kind of like it's a dumb promotional thing for Nike, but at the same time, it does provide some funny moments. So, but yeah, that's probably all we really need to say about Godzilla versus Barkley.
Yeah, good topic. We got a lot more mileage out of that than expected.
Let's go back in time now and drink some claws.
Well, did you get any figures this week? I'll ask you.
Oh,
change it up.
We didn't even fucking cover this shit yet.
No.
No, I didn't.
Oh, well, I sure did. So I got 2 things. One, I was very excited about. I got the Ultra 7 Ego figure, which is like based on like those like old style soft goods like costumes, and like all the joints that held together like rubber bands and stuff.
Yep.
So that like when you pose your figure too much, it's going to dislocate a shoulder. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. You can find them at Walmart. Pretty fucking sweet. Let's get to the main event of what I got this week, because I don't know what I said in other weeks, but I'm officially now going to say I am the Bill Russell of Godzilla figure
You're
collecting.
definitely the Bill Russell of
and
Godzilla
Bill Russell
collection.
Got another ring this week.
No, you did.
And that is, I finally won one of these. There's a seller out of Taiwan who has a big supply of the the Trendmasters Godzilla Duo Island shit that never got released outside of like giveaways, like on as we talked about before, like it was giveaways on the Trendmasters website. And then, like, there's been stories of some shipments making it to Taiwan, but to what degree they got released is very much in question. And this seller has been making a lot of waves in the last few months because he has been constantly putting up these auctions of he or she has been putting up these auctions of Anguirus with the armor, the Kamacuras figure, the Godzilla figure that was part of that lineup.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, Kumungus, sorry, but that was good. That was good. That was a good reference there. But and I have lost so many auctions over this Anguirus figure because that's the crown jewel of that line. Like, not even being like an Anguirus guy, like that's just like objectively that's like the crown jewel of that.
It's
line.
the Saudi Arabian WWE pay-per-view.
And like it's and I have lost constantly on his auctions. And now, as of this recording, he has not put a new one up. He or she has not put a new one up yet. And this is a longer, like, usually another one, if he or she has more, they usually go up by this point. So I may have won the last auction. I don't know. But I won.
I don't know!
But I won Battle Armor Anguirus Doom Island. It's, God. The boyhood dream has with a tear in my eye.
As Matt Cardona would call it, a big boy purchase.
It was a big boy purchase, yeah. Although I did get it for a little bit cheaper than like what the first couple waves that he was selling were for.
But you got it.
But I got it.
You got it. It was.
I paid a price.
Semi-loose.
I paid. Well, all the ones the boxes have been a little fucked up.
Yeah.
And so I got it, and I was saying to you earlier today, like, and I posted on. So first I posted it in the Discord that I'm part of, and a lot of people are like, oh my god, like, why did you open the box? Like, and I said, listen, I said the box was already open, but the figure was still tied down with the twisties. And when I put it on Twitter, and I put pictures of it on Twitter, I had a second tweet where I said, listen, the box is already open, I'm not a monster. But then I was looking at it today, and I said, the box is already open. I said, I feel like some oxidation might be happening in here. I said, I gotta let him breathe. Gotta let him breathe totally. And I pulled the twisties off. I let that figure breathe. And I will tell you, there's some funky business going on with, there's, this, weird helmet thing that he wears. And there was, a weird goo that had started to form between the helmet and Anguirus' head.
Gross.
I took it all apart. Gave him a good fig bath prior to this recording. And it's all drying out right now, but oh my god, that Anguirus, just like that that smaller Trendmaster figure we have, juice to the gills. Yep. But this one's got
those
veins.
Trendmaster figures look cool.
He's got veins in his biceps.
Oh, wow.
He's vein pumping. It's he's not passing a drug test.
No.
I'll tell you that. But yeah. It's another ring for the Bill Russell of Godzilla figure. What it is.
Well, congratulations on that.
Well, thank you. The boyhood dream has come true.
The last figure I got for Godzilla was the one you got me at Walmart, whatever it was. The facing up Godzilla.
Oh, yeah, the weird Playmates one.
Yeah.
And so I mean, I'll also say too, I meant to tell you this offline, so I'll tell you this now. I did I purchased, but it hasn't been released yet, but I should probably have it by the end of the month. The first Singular Point Blu-ray collection that comes with the exclusive Bandai figure of Godzilla Ultima. I purchased that for pre-order. I'll have that probably at the end. I think it's going to ship on the 18th. So
I'm going to pass on those.
Yeah, it's pricey.
I have my Godzilla Ultima figure, and I feel like that's good enough because I'm not I was not a huge fan of that series, and it's I love the design. Don't get me wrong, but I have the figure, so I'm good.
There's literally no reason to ever own the Blu-ray set because it'll probably just live on Netflix for a long time. You could probably bootleg but I kept looking at the figure, going and I was like, do I really need this? Because it's expensive to buy that set.
Yeah.
I was like, do I need this? And I thought about it, and I was like, I'm gonna hate myself if I don't get this because it's limited. Because
question answered then.
Yeah, I was gonna because they're also releasing it without the figure, which is a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't care too much about getting the Blu-rays, because you can always find a way to get them. But I was not getting the figure. It's just the Godzilla the Ride and the King Ghidorah the Ride Bandai figures. If I don't have these, it's gonna be miserable that I didn't get them.
Well, you got them, so
I did.
No stress there.
I did. I wept a little bit as I placed that order, but yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Dude, I understand. For me, I would have felt like shit if I didn't get at least one New Japan figure, and fortunately for me, my year turned around. My year and a half turned around, and so I was just like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give myself a little pat in the back. You fucking made it, kid.
Yeah, a little treat ski.
So I got Okada, which is obviously my favorite of the 4 New Japan Series 1 figures, and so I understand it was a little more than what I would have paid for it, but by the end of it, because most of the figures I get are some of them are as low as $5. I don't want to tell you what I got that Raven figure for, but it wasn't much. I'm spending $10 on some of these figures that I'm getting for wrestling. So when they're that little, you just gotta be all right, fine, whatever. Yeah. But this one was $50, shipping included. So I was like, that's a lot of money. Got to do it just to make myself happy. So I understand.
Yeah.
The need to.
Yeah.
To do it.
Yeah.
So
between that and the Anchors, it was a pricey month. And also I pre-ordered the Mothra Mezco figure, which we were talking about offline with Mothra and the Shobijin.
It's
and,
such a good figure. It's
so
such
good.
a good presentation. Yeah.
Worth it.
Everything they've done is just I've been impressed with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of. I don't know where I'm at. So Super 7 releasing that Shogun Godzilla figure, I have the original Shogun figure, not as some weird fucking flex that I have it. I got it at a flea market for $40 when nobody gave a shit about it.
I don't think there's such thing as a weird flex. If you have a figure,
Yeah, it just seemed like the way I said it, like almost a little weird humble brag. Is like I actually don't like the figure. Like,
yeah,
all that much.
It's an odd figure. It looks more like a gremlin than it does
Yeah,
Godzilla.
but like again, like I got that probably like 15
or not
years.
A gremlin, a ghoulies.
I got that like 15 years ago at like a flea market when nobody gave a shit about that figure and it was not worth anything, and I literally got it for $40. And it's mint. I don't have the box, but it's just a ugly figure, and I was actually like, a little bummed that like Super 7 like that they chose to make that like their first release. And I'm kind of hoping that like if they do like that, but they do it for like the Imperial Godzilla figure, they just do like a line of like these like weird like like American figures and stuff like that it had like short runs, stuff like that. Like I'm totally down with that. They make it like a mini Imperial Godzilla one. I'm absolutely gonna buy that because I love that figure. It's so fucking goofy and I love it.
Yeah, no, I get you 100%.
Yeah, but that I'm just tired of like that Shogun one because like that got like a they got like that got like a reissue a few years ago as like based on like the 1964 Godzilla, and I was like, why are we doing this? Why do we keep like reissuing this figure? I'm just kind of tired with it, but I get it. A lot of people liked it. It just didn't click. But
yeah, for the price that they're asking for such a tiny figure, I'm gonna pass on it.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I see it at your house. That's good enough for me. That's what makes Godzilla collecting so easy for me is the fact that like I really don't need like every Godzilla figure that comes across my path. Like I wanted the Playmates Mecha Ghidorah, Mecha Godzilla. It's real. It's Mecha Ghidorah. Let's get serious. But like when the Bandai one showed up and you're like, hey, get this one. I was just like, yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
they're as of this recording, they are restocking. Walmart's like Targets and Walmart's are restocking or not restocking. What's the term? Like they're redoing their toy aisles.
Yeah.
So the Mecha Godzillas are appearing all over the place now.
Good. Like I thought that was a dumb thing to try to scalp. Basically, people were walking in with like carts full of those figures, like buying the whole stock out. And I don't know if people were buying those or not, but I hope not. Like,
but also, there's a new variant of Mecha Godzilla coming out now, like a darker,
yes.
Yeah, and like
I
the
saw
Raby.
that. I was like, that looks pretty cool.
But,
like I haven't seen it like too much detail. I saw like a few posts about it, but nothing major. But like I just thought it was a stupid thing to scalp to begin. Like it's a mass-produced toy. It's not like when I saw people trying to scalp like a few elites, like WWE elites that I got, like no problem at a store. Like the Vader one, people were like, "Hey, I have this big Van Vader Japan figure, WWE Elite, $100. I know what I have." I walked into a store and bought it for $20.
Yeah,
like,
right. Exactly.
Like no problem. I was like, dude, you have fucking trash. Like I have the thing on my wall because I'm not taking it out of the fucking box just because I'm like, this is a good figure. Like I don't need to like display it. This is more of a keeper. But yeah, people are just I feel like people are just trying to target specific fandoms and really take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And it's just like you don't need to. Like you can fucking be a freaky deaky and do data entry, you know? Like you don't need to do this for money.
Right.
You don't need to be a prostitute for figures.
Right. I know you're running it first, but we're into that.
I'm just making a joke. That's all.
Well, we actually don't have much in the OIWF front. Should we? I
got some stuff I can talk about.
Oh, so let's go to the kayfabe zone.
This is the OIWF where we keep our secrets. Big news on the Intercontinental Championship front. NECA Jim K, unfortunately, had to vacate the Intercontinental title.
Oh yes, we have not covered this yet.
After repeated attacks by the Cursed Order of the Legendary Department. Legendary Department. So he was unfortunately had to vacate. So the number one contenders match became the title match. Unfortunately, Jim K. Mecha Godzilla was attacked by the Cursed Order Legendary Department before the match could take place. And they cornered Commissioner Slick in the ring, who they got their way, and Playmates GVK Godzilla Toho, the Hong Kong variant, has now become the Intercontinental Champion. And not only did he do that, but he defaced our property and torched it. The Intercontinental title evil, which now has a glowing yellow strap to it.
Glowing with evil.
Glowing with evil. And they've made it their own. One of the funnest things I've done.
Shocking.
I remember talking to you about this storyline I had in my head like 3 months ago.
I don't know what you mean by storylines, but that was a shocking turn of events.
When I placed the order for my Ultimate Warrior figure, I was like, I'm going to do this.
Again, I don't know what that means, but what a shocking turn of events that was in the Intercontinental division. We also saw, what is perhaps going to be the biggest matchup in OIWF history. Is going to be we saw the world champion Bandai Titanosaurus come out. Say he's like, listen, my past feuds are behind me. I'm ready to take on a new challenge. And he was bamboozled by the Trendmasters of the universe. Trendmasters Anguirus, right in his face, said, coming for what's mine. But always should have been mine.
After he kicked the shit out of Godzilla Earth in the cage.
I did
not give that guy a title
shot. He's not been the same. He's not been the same since he lost that Mid-Atlantic title. And, I think he's refocused. And we're going to get a matchup of two G1 Climax. Wait, do we call it G1? We called it whatever. That initial tournament that started the OIWF. Two of the front runners. It
was the Impact.
Thank you. Yes, and yes, meeting for the OIWF world title. Probably
the G54 Impact.
That was it. The G54 Impact Climax. Two of the Climax. Two of the biggest stars of that tournament. I mean, obviously, Titanosaurus won the title. Sorry, NECA Shin Godzilla won the title.
There you go.
One of the other.
He'll always be our first.
Yes. But two of the biggest names in that tournament colliding, and that will happen before our next episode airs. Who knows what will happen?
We're laugh, pal. Joining us now, a returning guest from a long, long time ago, Silent Dan. How you doing, Dan?
Well said.
Dan, a fan favorite on the Reddit posts, due to his vast knowledge of aquarium items and such, and fish, and that went over splendidly last time.
Yeah,
Glad I could help.
Still one of the earliest pieces of fan mail we ever got was after the first Ring Game episode. And I just remember it started with, you guys need to have that Silent Dan on more because you guys are good, but he makes you two nerds much more funny.
I resent that.
And that was not me that sent that.
This is the after we played the drinking game to it, and this time you're getting the actual drinking game.
Yep.
So we're kind of doing it in reverse order from how you would expect it, but
it's a commentary track though.
Yeah,
podcasts always do commentary tracks.
So we're watching the Criterion Collection version, and to sync up, I will explain it to you. But first, we need to go over some of these drinking game rules.
Yes. So all of these are one drink or one sip, so no half a beer rules, no waterfall rules, nothing like that, because you don't need them. So
the older I get, the truer that becomes.
One drink for any time someone says Kenny. One drink for any time Hedorah changes form or debuts a new form. One drink for any... They're not actually in any very good order. But one drink for the first appearance of a monster. One drink for an animated or dream sequence. One drink for a musical interlude. One drink for Godzilla flying. One drink for violence against people. And probably the big one, especially to really bring this movie home. One drink for every time either Hedorah fires a beam or Godzilla fires his breath attack.
Okay.
So that was, if you recall the first time around, that was the real killer rule of this. And I listened back to a little bit of our first episode of this, and we did not do this, but we did say there was an optional rule that take a drink every time someone says pollution. So I think that just probably would have really tipped us over the edge if we had done that. So the beam attack rule is maybe the hardest.
Well, we're going to do BDF rules for this, meaning the person who comes up with the rules and gives the rules has to be the one to enforce them. And if you ever listen to those BDF episodes, you know that I was the one who had to do that. And about 20 minutes in, I stopped.
I'm happy to do it. Yeah,
so
happy to do it.
Do the best you can. I my expectations are, eventually it'll fall off, and that's fine.
If I forget any, I'll just start saying drink at like random intervals, and
okay,
we'll be all good.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna drink the entire time, regardless. But extra sip for all the special stuff you got going on.
I hope people put on Twitter if they actually played along with us, and I want to know what the results were.
Well, I did put on Twitter today that as we're recording this, it's going to go up Monday at 6:05 a.m. So grab a White Claw and
get really aggressive on Monday morning.
Yeah, pretend we're your friends.
Do it responsibly.
No.
Don't do it at home. Don't go anywhere.
We're not home though. Me and you.
All right, let's get. Leave me out of this, man.
Anyways, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about syncing this up. So the first thing you're going to see on the Criterion Collection when the movie starts is a Giannis Films icon. Giannis, the two-faced god of war. Which also plays into why I did the GoldenEye intro thing for this. So once the Giannis Films logo comes off the screen, you want to press play. Boys.
Yeah, so this is on HBO Max. We're streaming
It's on HBO Max, but also if you have the DVD version,
right,
they should be the same.
Right.
We are at the 8-second time spot. So when I count down, say 3, 2, 1, play, that's when you want to hit play. Ready? 3, 2, 1, play. So your first video cue will be the Toho Co. Limited sign, and I'll let you know when it fades off the screen. Now.
So I already drank a beer during the setup episode, so that's great.
I've got my a new thing, Truly Watermelon Kiwis that I'm trying. Let's see. Let's give this the old test.
Drinking some hoppy IPAs at the moment. As we are getting our first drink. Here's Hedorah's head drink.
Judging by the water, this totally could have been filmed locally.
Yeah. It's like a mega rally.
Musical interlude.
There we
go. That's a drink.
Ooh, I can't. I can't hear you. Are you talking to me? Ooh.
We should cover this song.
I like how they always have the big globs going right at her.
so this is just going to be a credits roll for the next, like... This movie is only 125 minutes, it said. Or an hour, 25 minutes. But the first, like, 3 to 5 is probably just going to be these opening credits.
Oh, it's, Save the Earth. The classic song in this movie.
Oh, fantastic.
Dead guy!
That's just a mannequin, Dan, don't worry.
That's a pretend person.
Drink for credits, I guess. And for the chorus of Save the Earth. I was like wondering if I should provide like insightful commentary during this. And
Dead fish, Zucchini.
Give it all back.
Yeah.
Give back the blue sea.
Yeah, there's a lot of dead fish. A lot of dead
Yeah,
fish. I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
Ooh, I like the lighting.
Yeah. It's like Zorro.
She kind of reminds me of the farm girl in Twilight Princess a little bit.
Reminded me right off the bat of Nancy Benoit. Yeah, that's enough.
I just got a text that from like a friend of a friend who just like texted me that he's watching Tokyo SOS for the very first time. Very new to Godzilla movies.
All right.
He's watching it with his like son-in-law.
Do either of you own any of these toys?
No, these are
Like big box?
yeah.
That
Very
one looks
very
legit.
rare. Yeah, that one is like that every now and then will pop up on eBay,
Oh, then the
and
metal
it's
one.
like thousands of dollars for that one. That's a super hard one to find.
What's Metal Godzilla?
Mechagodzilla?
Okay.
But a lot of these have been
Is that
reissued.
Hedorah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like fucking the guy from No Country for Old Men.
That's a Kenny. I'm going to count that.
Ooh, there's a fish tank.
There it is, baby.
Drink for the fish tank.
Where were we at the value in these fish, Dan?
Very difficult to maintain something like that. I'm sure. I mean, we're talking. I mean, post-COVID now, fish prices are outrageous. I mean, especially for saltwater like that.
Was that a thing like lumber that like shot up during the pandemic?
dude, you try to buy paint, try to buy anything.
Yeah,
Everything's more.
I just got a fence built in my backyard, and it was like cost like twice as much for the lumber than it should have like a year ago.
I fucking bet.
We'll count tadpole for him,
All
Hedorah,
right.
as a drink.
Dinner. Now, who found that? The bum or the guy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, the bum.
the bum. That is the bum.
Where'd you catch this? Oh, Boston Common.
Boston. Did you say Boston condom?
Common.
Common.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a poor choice.
Has that hit our dead animal quota for the day?
The month. Oh. More trash in the ocean.
Oh, he's going under the boats, just like 2014.
Yeah.
I'll consider it.
Maybe he's the hero we need.
I consider it kaiju.
Oh, no.
They got us again.
No.
The crane, everything.
In fact, you could say that was actually really vindictive doing that. That was just,
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Reminds me of GMK when the girl in the hospital thinks she's safe, and then the tail whip comes and just kills her. Up, drink.
Yeah, I'll take that.
That was an appearance of a monster.
Oh, time for some swimming.
Scuba Steve,
This
damn you!
stupid dude. Just saw a monster out there, and it's like, okay,
Let me bring my child.
yep.
It's like
Watch my back, all right, kid?
it's just like in Jaws, where they're like, "Oh, look at that humongous shark! I'm gonna go in that water."
Yep. Well, someone's got to do it.
I think we're about to get the violence against humans rule. It's going to
Excellent.
kick in soon.
My favorite personal rule. Personal favorite rule, I suppose. Is the correct way to say it.
So this is actually the third time Dan and I have played this drink game.
Mm.
The first time it was just it was not for recorded purposes. It was just myself, Dan, and my wife, and boy, that was a hoot. That was a real hoot.
No, isn't this the 4th time? Didn't you do 3 on the show?
No,
we did King Kong versus Godzilla.
Oh, that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I'm thinking of. Yeah.
I was like thinking maybe we should have a another movie drinking game, but I feel like this one has become so
Right.
classic.
This is it.
Yeah.
We're selling copies of this movie right now.
And that heater, I mean, we didn't even label it the first time. It's like the drinking game episode. It's just labeled Godzilla versus Hedorah, and like I think that's just a really popular movie, so that's like one of our most downloaded episodes.
Yeah.
And which also leads like most people going, Jesus, I listened to you guys from the Hedorah episode. You guys are lunatics.
A dead duck.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. That skeeves me up.
Very.
I don't like dead animals. If you haven't
Dude, there's
figured
no
that
way
out.
this was filmed underwater. This is like a desert, and they just turned like the color.
It's like Waterworld.
Car.
There's no krill float, dude.
Nice Rambo knife.
Right. Kids 5, here you go.
They drew first blood.
Hedorah drew first blood.
I do like how he does have like a big knife that he's using to cut muscles off of a rock.
Yeah, he's a fucking serial killer.
Uh-oh.
Drink.
Incoming message from the big giant head.
Violence against people. We'll call it a drink.
That was gross.
That could have been way grosser.
Drop the knife. Take the cannolis.
Dude, someone said that to me today. Or not that, the whole cannoli bullshit. What was that? The Godfather?
Yeah.
Part 3.
No, that's part 1.
Uh-oh. It's more Italian. Zucchini.
I just watched part 1 the other night. It's when Clemenza has the guy who's sick get killed.
When Clemenza has influenza.
How's Polly? Oh, you won't be seeing Polly no more.
He took the cannoli.
No, he was part of
Polly.
Natalia and Barzini's informants.
You think I'd make a widow out of my sister? Dead 2 minutes later.
You would. Michael, cold as ice.
Yep. We're about to get another drink ski. Any second now.
Uh-oh.
Hedorah 4, the revenge. And that's a drink. Drink ski.
Oh.
Typical, they don't show the violence, just like Jaws.
Jazz.
I like how this kid just sits here and goes, Dad.
He knows.
Papa.
He knows. Knows exactly what's going on.
Papa!
Sorry to hear about your dad.
Sorry to hear about your pop.
You don't have a watch in that hand. Sorry, kid. He went out for a pack of smokes.
He'll be back. Just went around the corner.
Where's your dad? He said he was hunting for alien tadpoles. Oh, you fell for that?
On the other hand, look at my beautiful butterfly collection.
My serial killer's son killed all these butterflies and impaled them with his Rambo knife.
It's why Mothra couldn't be regenerated this time.
That kid killed Mothra. Kenny killed Mothra.
At least he's alive.
He's becoming Pepsi Man. I have no memory of
Let
this.
them watch.
My brain is just turning into chunks of Pepsi.
Shut up, kid. Nobody cares about you.
Back off, Chris. Great action shots.
They're getting Hedorah over as a heel. A little montage of what he's done. Animated sequence.
Did Hedorah? Oh yeah. Did Hedorah act as his own photographer for these, and then give his photographs to the news company? And that's how he supports himself.
Yeah.
The shots
That would be funny if there was like a J. Jonah Jameson to like rival Hedorah. First appearance.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Fans of the podcast have heard these music from this movie a lot of times.
Yes.
Here we go. Scream. Come on. Oh, yeah.
Nextzilla.
Listen, Godzilla does a lot of neck exercises.
Dude, the crazy thing is, like, that shit exists, you know? There's, like, what was it? It's like the size of Texas or something? There's a big plastic thing in the ocean.
Yeah. It's just, like, floating around.
I mean, obviously, it doesn't come to life and, you know, any of that good stuff.
The fucking music in this part.
Oh, yeah.
Lakewood, Misaki, September.
Folgers Cop. Back to smoke.
Oh, great.
Dead fish.
Yeah, not a fan.
That's an arowana there. That's like a $60 fish. Or it was 5 years ago.
How much is it worth dead?
I don't know.
$7.99 a pound.
I mean, what do you think the fish budget has been in
No, these
current
are all,
prices? Current prices.
Well, we're, you know, what are we? 17 hours away from Japan or something absurd like that?
13.
13, okay.
Or a 13-hour time difference. But
Right. All that stuff, you know, it's a lot more plentiful over there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm sure they didn't have much.
Oh, right, because it's like, yeah.
Right.
You're importing them
Yeah.
to here, yeah, okay.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of breeding now, but 1971, they were like, oh yeah, these just average old fish out here.
Yeah.
The ocean hasn't truly been polluted, just for the story.
There's a ray. That's a drink. Also, we should have a little drink for this this suit from 1964-65 that has been like beat to shit over the course of 7 years.
Salute.
Yep. This is gonna finally be the end of this suit later in the movie. Just been relegated to water scenes and being used to make like 2 or 3 of the monsters in Ultraman. That suit has been beat to shit. Suit's the real workhorse.
Rey Mysterio over here.
Also, this is the this is the first movie where the original Godzilla suit actor squares off against who will go on to become the next major Godzilla suit actor.
A passing of the torch, if you will.
Yeah, they get one more movie against each other, but yeah, this is the first encounter between the two.
Time for some dinner.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like to eat the eyes first, Vern.
Snorts it. They walk in, he's like recreating Scarface, but like the tadpole does.
Is this how Ash Wednesday came to be? Just put some in this. Never too late for a nightcap.
I wonder how far into this movie they'll get. I have like my first bathroom run.
Oh, this is fun. Experiments.
I'm making a volcano.
I think he's got like jugs of protein in the background. Kid, button your shirt.
Up, Ken.
Yeah.
Here, drink this, kid. It'll put some hair in your knuckles.
Kid grows a goatee instantly.
Oh!
Nothing else changes, just grows a goatee.
Dad, I'm moving out now.
You can't tell me what to do, Dad.
His dad's just making the tonic from the Simpsons baseball episode.
The flaming Moe.
Yeah, that's what they call it. Flaming ball. What are you looking at me, Homer?
I call it a hucking hole.
That's fucking impressive. We might get a thread though. But
Mwah.
and life is born.
Now I get it. Jaguar was the singular point.
It was him all along.
Neato.
Neato.
I listened to another podcast that talked about Singular Point that I'm not giving out any free plugs. Actually, I kind of forget which podcast it was, but they also were having trouble saying orthogonal diagonalizer, so they kept calling it OD as well.
It's orthogonal diagonalizer.
So thank you. I couldn't even get it right that time.
I'm only on my second claw. So. It's a confusing word.
I drink like how I vote early and often.
Weirdo.
I drink to prepare. Tonight I'm very prepared.
I can't drive, so I'm going to walk all over you.
Mm.
Join a Nintendo fan club.
What are you gonna do?
We have to do something before it's too late. It's like 2 in the morning, dude.
Yeah, right. Picks up the phone. No one's answering.
Go back to bed, wake up, get all day tomorrow. Birdum. Birdum.
Hedorah's Jaws before there was Jaws.
Jaws the Revenge, going up to the Brody family one last time.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I think there's
Real boats.
an argument to be made that perhaps Jaws did rip off some Hedorah's atmosphere with the way he's being betrayed. I'm gonna go with that, and we're gonna call this music
Dance
interlude.
party.
Drink.
Moral Load album covers. It's one thing I like about this movie is just how it seems like
crazy.
a very product of the times, and they must have been having a lot of fun at these times.
Yeah, right. I don't know, 71, dude. I mean, I imagine it was like a lot of weed smoking and shit, but maybe some LSD. But
She's like the Leona Quigley
No
of Japanese movie.
I like how her boyfriend just gets like fucked up in front of her, like while she's like go-go dancing.
she gets it.
She's like, my boyfriend just comes to work with me all the time.
You're not my boyfriend. You're just a customer.
Where have the birds and the fish gone?
Where have all the birds and fish gone?
I let you finish that one off, yeah.
Same song, right?
Yeah. Listen, how is she gonna sell some records if you don't play it at least twice?
Lyrics for this song are awesome.
Oh yeah, just naming off elements of the periodic table.
We'll count this as a new form for Hedorah. That's a drink.
A little sludgier.
Oh, spooky. It's David Pumpkins.
Those skeletons, they look all weird. Oh.
School. One of the things I hate about movies is when phones ring or alarms go off. Movies, TV, even commercials. Big pet peeve of mine.
Just really grind your gears.
Yeah. I don't like hearing those noises.
This is TV.
We make movies.
Similar pet peeve, I do not like police sirens in songs.
Bro.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's
That's
the
like
only
the
thing when
worst
you're
thing ever
driving.
when you drive. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
a hit, bro. Oh, dude.
This movie is 50 years old as of this month.
I thought it was it was definitely 50. It was Mothra that was 60.
Yes, inhale the smoke.
Heater is high as fuck. Look at those eyes.
Yeah.
Squinting.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Bro.
Whoa.
Do you guys have like a little sack on your back that inflates when you guys smoke?
Yes.
It's
Gets
cool.
filled with smoke.
That's cool.
Mine's a calcium deposit. Screonk.
Wake up.
That's a beam.
Yep. What if Godzilla also wants to get high and he was just lighting it up for him?
Yeah, he ain't lighting it.
I mean, he learned teamwork from Godzilla versus Barkley.
Like Barkley the dog on Sesame Street or Charles Barkley?
Man, Charles Barkley, that's terrible, man.
That's true.
That's the other half of this episode. Talking about Godzilla versus Barkley.
How fun.
He got some Nikes, man. He's got some moves.
I like how in the commercial he says, like, you can play for the Lakers. And in the comic books, he's like, you can play for the Bulls or some other second-rate team.
Well, the Bulls makes more sense. Just ragging on those. La, da, 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 dee, da, da. Lex Luger with the torture rack.
Yeah.
No,
No,
took him down, dude.
Thunderbomb. Blue
that was like
Thunderbomb.
that was like the first body slam between Hogan and Andre at WrestleMania 3.
1, 2.
Oh,
Hey, he got the 3 gorilla.
Nope. Nope.
I like how the smoke is what fed him, and the smoke is what did him in.
There we go.
Yeah. Cesaro spin here.
Throw this piece of shit back in the oven.
I wish 2014 had some good camera cuts like that.
Here we go. Little. Wait, where is it? There you go.
That was a little
Drink.
confusing.
Violence against people.
Terminator.
There goes
Hedorah.
the Venom symbiote.
Oh, shit.
Those guys dead.
Even more fucked up.
Musical interlude. I can't wait for them to all be dressed up like fish.
You mean like right now?
Oh.
This is like what we all thought like absinthe did when we were like 15.
I was gonna say, this is like every time I do mushrooms, it stops being fun.
Yeah, the first hour was great, but I'll be sitting there like an asshole.
Then Dan turned off National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. All of a sudden, I just didn't feel good anymore.
What's he gonna do? He's all
This party sucks.
Yeah, fuck this.
Oh, you want really fish heads? No.
Oh, sweet but black painted stairs, dude.
I wish it was that easy.
Oh,
Ah,
poor kitty.
There's a line later though that says the cat is fine.
He looks fine. He's just a little dirty.
Yeah, just covered in
Just
shit.
give him a bath. Cats like baths.
Yeah, cats really love it when you introduce water into their body against their will.
But they become nice little burritos afterwards, so it's all worth it.
Oh,
I mean, why do you want to get closer?
yeah.
There's no reason to get closer. It just seems like a bad idea all around.
Just watch it on the news tomorrow.
Bro, I saw Godzilla the other day. I was like, get closer. And then my girlfriend was like, nah, I think sweet drove away.
But I was ready to go.
Stare down, sizing each other up.
Bafangoyo!
Oh, shit.
That counts. That's a drink.
I like the $6 million man sound. And he's dead.
And gone forever. Let's roll the credits on this one, folks.
Shit himself. Drink
That's a
ski.
drink. Wow, Peter's kind of a pussy, huh?
Yeah, what a bitch. That quick?
So people like this movie?
Yeah. I don't understand. Wait a minute, what the fuck? He's getting up?
It's like when the ref gets to 9 and punch out.
That's another drink. Oh, actually, I'm about to get a double drink here, I think. Blobby. Blobby dipped.
That's right, you go back to the factory where you came from.
Wrong shoulder, Smokey.
Right, gripping storytelling right going on.
They should have mirrored that image. The Godzilla photo shoot for his new metal album.
Oh, he signaled for the big boot. He telegraphed it.
Sold it the wrong way, though.
Yeah.
That's how you know wrestling's fake.
We're getting a little cannonball.
Cannonball!
Little cannonball. Well, the Olympics
Oh,
going
that
on.
sucked.
Yeah.
Boom!
Godzilla just became all of us doing a cannonball into an above ground pool.
Fuck that. My cannonballs are
Oh,
spectacular.
no, yeah, I'd fucking put my ass on the bottom of that.
Blows his ankles out, diving into the pool.
I would hurt my tailbone before I hurt my ankles.
Drink.
Pride. Oh, shit.
No, that's a drink.
Oh, animated thing. That's a drink.
Oh god, I remember like this. Like really, there's like a certain point in this movie where the rules just come fast and furious, and I think we're hitting that point.
That's good.
These long claws are really doing it.
Yeah, boy.
The last like 20 minutes of this, I just remember as like a drinking game beatdown.
Oh, shit. Getting big
These
again.
watermelon kiwi trulies aren't too bad. Not as good as the White Claw watermelons, though. I'll say that.
Proper. I've been trying to hold myself back because I burp every minute. Otherwise,
You should isolate that burp and like really slow it down and put a whole bunch of gain on it.
Like a Steven Tyler-esque Get a Grip style.
They never put it online, but at the beginning of the pandemic, I recorded a chiptune sort of death metal song, and I used one of my cats' purrs as the vocals.
I think you showed that to me.
I did, yeah. I've got a genius for a nephew. Shut up.
Right? A lot smarter than his fucking old man. Oh, the dude there.
No Country for Old Men.
Yeah. Look at this guy with his fucking jacket. What an asshole.
Captain Mike Rotunda.
Yeah. Popeye over here, you can't even,
Oh, I was going to say he looks like, God, what was that old like Nintendo show? Captain N.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah, he looks like that guy.
Nice pants.
With the shitty Mega Man.
I let my son wear his underwear.
Oh, no,
outside.
Simon Belmont was the doofus of that show.
Oh, yeah. But remember, like, Mega Man was, like, little green and shitty?
Yeah. And King Hippo and the eggplant from Kid Icarus were the Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah.
Mother Pig!
Yeah, that's what we need. Collect more of this shit. Collect it and put it in the trash. Fucking
Yo,
idiot.
Mr. White, let's go cook!
Dad,
Tell me more test tubes!
That's right, bitch!
Dad, I'm starting to think you just like to drink this stuff.
You have some sort of weird obsession with all this garbage.
Dad's been making moonshine since Hedorah fucked up his face.
Say my name.
But he's getting better.
Heisenberg.
See? He took
You're
two of
damn
his
right.
coats off,
Oh, yeah.
Obviously on the men.
Yeah.
Looks like Mr. Rogers with third-degree burns.
Yep. They look exactly alike.
He's got that little cardigan on. Won't you be my neighbor?
Take his shoes off and put more shoes on.
Taking his shoes off, putting slippers on. No, he took his work shoes off to put sneakers on.
Right. It's like, all right, bro.
Meanwhile, he's still in his house, tracking mud all over the place.
Those are house shoes. Oh, no, yeah, those are sneakers. He took his shoes off, put on his sneakers.
It's like I take my sneakers off to put on slippers.
Right.
I'm taking my work shoes off. Like.
Fucking stud.
Shoes, what a clown.
Take my work shoes off and just drink. Better than some horses.
Petite Mermaid, I can't believe she won.
How far did I make it? What do we got? My first bath run.
All right. I guess I didn't turn the time on. It's on the measure.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, listen back to that. Like, oh, that's fine.
Oh, let me take a look.
That's 35 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, 15 minutes left of this bullshit. But this is such a great scene with the paint.
It's a Jackson Pollock's painting.
Yeah, sulfur burns on my face. What?
The sulfuric thinker. Well, as long as I get to make the team, I'm good. Looks like Farmville.
Farmville. Fucking fantastic. Occasionally I'll go on Facebook and I'll see like a post I made in the past and be like, go to my farm. Like stupid shit like that.
Facebook. You're a thing of the past now to me. You're just somebody that I used to know. Space. The final frontier.
The final. These are the Voyagers. I always remember that. Maybe it was like right after The Simpsons or something. Something I used to watch. You know, Star Trek would kick on.
TNG used to be on before Nitro.
Space. The final rundown.
Yeah. Also, it's on Netflix, or was on Netflix, and I definitely went through the entire TNG series. I was like, oh yeah, this is fantastic.
I came back just in time for a drink.
Oh, you're just in time for Matt Cardona's roller coaster podcast. Whoa. Time for Majorland. I'm not a coaster guy. Where's a turtle in a fucking amusement park? Oh.
I think that counts as like a weird dream or animated sequence. Godzilla randomly appearing at the top of this Canopy Lake roller coaster.
and it's a silhouette. It's not even Godzilla. It's just like a cutout of Godzilla.
Yeah.
They couldn't even like put like a Godzilla into that frame.
What a shitty looking roller coaster.
Keep in mind, this is what, 71, 72?
It's probably actually awesome because
yeah.
there's probably no safety protocols whatsoever.
Right. Oh. Yeah, just
like there's like nothing.
back.
There's like nothing holding those people into like that roller coaster car.
Yep, just hold on.
This coaster sucked. I'm out of here.
This thing sucks. Oh wow! Talk about.
Imagine Jim Cornette with a roller coaster podcast. God damn!
I went on the Yankee fucking Cannonball and it sucked.
Too many goddamn flips.
Things made of wood. It's crumbling. Looks like shit.
See, this is why we had to put this segment at the end of the episode because like who the shit is listening to this? Only the diehards are listening to this right now.
Listeners having a good time right now.
Enjoying the banter.
We'll count this as violence against people. That's a drink.
Anyways, yes, I would like a pizza delivered.
I think they had pizza in Japan back then. Probably, right? Pizza's
I don't know. I'm not well versed in their cuisine culture back then, but you know.
We're about to get a lot of violence against people drinks.
Oh,
Here we go.
Drop some
Violence
sludge.
against people.
Oh, what? What? So how many drinks is that? It's like 40 drinks.
Violence against plants. That's a drink.
Yeah. What makes you so special?
Patient zero.
Heater is spreading
Is that
COVID.
Perry Saturn's theme music coming up?
I feel like this guy like milks his injuries sometimes. Like he's like up and about doing experiments making moonshine.
Yeah.
And then like other times he's like, oh no, face hurts, gonna lay in bed all day again.
He's like Charlie's grandfather in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah. I'm only getting out of bed when it benefits me.
Right. 30 years of in bed. And then
He's
like, oh,
milking
fuck it, free
those
ticket?
disability claims.
I want you to come with me, Grandpa. Well, fuck it. All right. Let's see if my legs work. Imagine, like, he must have been shitting and pissing and stuff in bed. Like, they probably had to change him. And moving on.
I mean, you raise some valid questions.
Not now. We're in traffic.
Oh, fuck me. Yeah, say goodbye to your sports car.
Violence against cars.
Girls in cars. I will say the buildings around Hedorah right there looked really nice.
Oh, we already
whole
saw
scene
that.
looked
Oh,
good.
shit.
That's his Orga form.
Did Hedorah fuck up the playground?
Yeah.
It just looked like a typical Woburn playground when we were growing up.
Yeah, that looked like Leland when I was a kid.
It's my favorite suit and it's so beat up by this point.
The discoloration.
No, sold it.
I do not apologize for my burps.
The Howard Stern of podcasting.
Hell
Baba
of
Booey!
a bump right there.
Oh, fuck, the nuclear plant!
At this point, Godzilla's a hell of a worker. He's in his prime.
Yeah. All right, violence against people.
What? Ah!
That's right, kid. Trauma. Welcome to it. I don't think that subtitle is accurate. No. This one's my favorite.
Oh.
And he was bones by the time he hit the ground.
I think enough was enough, and it was time for a change for him.
Oh no!
Look at it, silent.
Imagine the expense,
it's crumbling
dude. This is like
silently.
Bay shit.
This is like the Godfather 3 right here.
This is like really selling how devastating that is. Oh, animated sequence, kind of.
Also, I watched the Godfather 3 the other night. Terrible. The 68 Rotten Tomatoes score should be lower. 1 and 2, fantastic. Absolutely should be in the upper 90s. 3, awful. It's all just incest.
This movie's so fucking weird and I love it.
All right.
Can't
They're
get
like,
enough
no,
of it.
let's go with the faces.
This is top 5 my list all the way.
Is that how gerrymandering works?
This guy doesn't fucking know anything. Piling up in the streets. I thought they were turning to bones, you fucking moron. Hole in the story.
Oh,
right
that
there.
was. Oh, wait.
Is this the Delta variant?
Yeah. Hedorah's Delta form.
Yeah, maybe they should stop wearing fucking masks, dude.
He's not wearing that for recovery. That just helps him not snore.
They do like a makeshift like neti pot to this kid. It's just vodka they're like pouring up this kid's nostrils to like or eyes.
It's whiskey. He's teething.
Animated sequence.
That's right. The nucleus have an atom undergoes nuclear fission.
This looks so much like that animated sequence from
Jurassic
Park. Yeah.
I thought the same thing. Hello, John. Well, how you do, John?
Your scientists were so busy wondering if they could. They never stopped to think if they should. That's how we got Hedorah.
And that's chaos.
Yeah.
Let's go
Man,
faster.
I hate this hacker
I want
shit.
that fucking blue turtleneck now. Now that I think about it, I would look fucking real. I would look real good in one of those.
Are you gonna change your costume? Come to my Halloween party as Kenny from Hedorah
I think I need to be
with the blue turtleneck.
I think I need to be Yuri still.
Okay.
Maybe Kenny next year.
Oh, I should like just start being like obscure Godzilla characters from the 70s for Halloween, which pretty much will be like everybody from Godzilla vs. Gigan. Like I'll be like I'll be the guy that had like
the guy who eats the bananas.
had the corn wrapped in like, the tinfoil.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
the hippie guy. I'll be him.
Get the Letterman jacket, dude.
Oh,
Just like that asshole.
I recently acquired a Letterman jacket. Well, not acquired. It was sent to me unexpectedly, but
that's the hieroglyphics in the cave for
Godzilla. the next Godzilla movie is
Yeah.
it's this Hedorah drawing of him on Mount Fuji. That's like the post credits teaser.
Oh,
I
what? Ah, there we go.
Go.
Clear as crystal now.
That is go.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
I know it looks weird now, but it's gonna look real cool in a few months.
He's like, listen, there's a drinking game that's being played. We're on the rules of musical interlude, so we're gonna have a go on top of Mount Fuji to help facilitate that rule. Is what he was doing. He was
I would like it if filmmakers would accommodate drinking games more into their filmmaking process. Like that's the one redeeming thing about Ape vs. Monster is that like you could just make a drinking game out of however many times it cut to the overhead shot of Langley, the CIA headquarters. At least 10. It's double digits. It's ridiculous. Edward Nigma. I need to find my old Batman Forever glasses. I think my parents got rid of them.
Along with your LJNs or along with your...
No, the LJNs were the only thing I kept Luckily, I don't know how that happened.
Just lucky.
Everything else is gone.
The guys are drinking like Mai Tais on this soundstage here.
Screwdriver.
Screwdrivers, yeah. One hasn't touched it. The other guy is like.
It's definitely not as thick as regular orange juices. It looks like it's weighed down by something.
Oh, this poor baby.
No, that's violence against people. That's a drink.
Yeah.
Why don't people fuck around with these green screens?
Right.
They fuck around with the audio for Godzilla vs. Kong, which I thought the soundtrack was okay, but apparently people are like, let's fucking put some different songs in there. Why don't you take some green screen shots of this fucking movie and change it around?
Oh, wow, yeah. A nice battery there. So to do it.
I want someone to just really go over the top and just redo all the soundtrack in Godzilla vs. Kong with just songs from the soundtrack to the 98 Godzilla movie. No Shelter just plays randomly all the time.
Fucking hate you.
I love like the skulls.
It's a story of 300 people yelling simultaneously at me. Now they're colors and it's noises.
Yeah, fuck you. Looks like a...
Does this guy kill himself to avoid his technology getting out as a weapon?
I'd eat that.
No, he's like, fuck, how can I sell this?
Just come to America, dude. Land of opportunity for you.
They're like, yeah, whatever, old man. Shut the fuck up.
This is how I watch
got
Night of the
tanks.
Living Dead on AVGN's channel. Looks like that Ninja Gaiden level. We have to jump.
I got that.
Yeah. It's from Ninja Gaiden 2.
There's so many drinks that are about to be hitting us.
William Money, you really kill all those people? Yeah, I guess. I was drunk most of the time.
And that didn't scare Hedorah, did it?
I was building a house.
Yeah.
I don't deserve this. Deserve's got nothing to do with it.
I ain't gonna kill you, kid. You're my only friend.
William Money moved his family to California following the gold rush.
Your headlights out.
Gonna get pulled over.
I would get pulled over for that. I had my license plate lights out one time, driving home in a snowstorm, and I got pulled over.
It's like, yikes.
I'm like, dude, I
Must be a
was
slow night, sir.
I was on Route 3, to give you an idea. Only car on Route 3 in a snowstorm. Hey, your license plate lights are out. Great, probably not the best time for this.
Right. Yeah, if I was you, I'd stay in the fucking car.
If this was one of our friends that will not be named, like all hanging out like in the field with like all these people, like they would just be playing like a John Mayer song. And just like, I've really gotten into John Mayer lately.
Your body is a wonderland.
Say what you will. I'm not a big fan, but he is a talented guitar player.
Sure,
Fucking noodle, dude.
but it's about as like basic as you can get
guitar.
listening to John Mayer.
I didn't see what it was, but it looked cool.
Musical interlude, drink.
Yeah.
Oh, we get a drink for the old people who just are randomly gonna pop up like watching in the fucking woods.
I don't know what the guitar is, but it's got 3 P90s in it. It looks cool. Oh, it's just fucking Burning Man.
Oh, fucking right. I'm down with this. Hell yeah.
I like how they are all a considerable distance away from the bonfire.
This lady dressed like a total fucking asshole. With this stupid kid.
Oh, well. Have fun. There is no future.
Yeah,
so
dressed like a fucking asshole.
Yeah, I don't know why she's dressed like a Scottish golfer.
Right, like cut the shit.
It's the AEW wrestlers who aren't on the
Yes, drink for this random ass scene.
The bums.
Just the
Couple of bums.
Oh,
Fuck your toys.
thousands of dollars of toys right there. Thousands of dollars of
Worth
toys
it.
right there.
Fantastic shot.
And God knows how many fish right now.
Big pile of sludge in the tank. Get that shit out of there, you dumbass.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm having a hard time right now.
Yeah. Why do this though? These fish are thriving.
So I suddenly can't get out of bed all of a sudden. How convenient.
I'd be like, get your fucking stupid arm in there and get that shit out of there.
Okay, I don't think those are the real fish.
Well, obviously. But the ones in trauma with all the dust and those are real. The lead up to
It's
that?
still real to me, damn it. I'd like to thank all those fish for everything they've done with their bodies.
Oh, yeah, well, dude, I'm sure they're like, oh, no, we were eating them later, so, do whatever.
Well, I have the people wearing scarves and shorts, and that's a drink, by the way.
And they have an onion tied to their belt, which was the style at the time.
3 beers to a quarter!
That was a drink, by the way.
I got it. I'm
calm down over there. Right. The guy in the blue sweatshirt's like, what? Come on, let's keep vibing.
That's a drink. Get him ready.
Let's crack the White Claw. Got my White Claw limes going right now.
I got the black cherries going at the moment.
I got my Truly watermelon kiwis and my White Claw limes in succession.
In succession!
I use my platform for grudges.
Yeah, I love that line. I used to drop it at poker all the time. And the crowd goes wild.
Yeah, that was an inside smog monster right there.
I gotta say though, Hedorah is one of the coolest of Godzilla's monsters.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Wow. Dude.
One of the things I like about the show era too, it's nighttime, but you can still see everything.
They do a good job lighting the nighttime stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. Great soundstage work.
He's thinking really hard.
It's Kane!
I feel like this guy's wife is just hoping that he dies. It's she can marry some young cool guy.
Oh yeah. This fucking stupid old man's been in bed though.
She's like, oh, you're gonna recover?
Just get some choline, lady. Have you ever seen Forensic Files?
Look at that fish tank. What a sad, sorry sight. Dude, they totally killed real fish. You shit me?
Oh, they don't. This is the early 70s in Japan.
They didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was encouraged.
I'm with you. I was trying to,
I mean, there are a lot of stories of live octopus being used in movies, just to be eaten later by the crew.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Yeah.
Speed it up a little
That's
bit.
different.
Eat it.
Octopus is great for sushi.
Right. Flip it out.
So menacing. It's like watching Godzilla animes.
Oh.
Godzilla, not sure what to make of this situation.
Reverse!
Alright, so we're at training camp. We got our 7-on-7s here.
2 competitors. Unsure who's going to make the first move here. Got him good. Oh. I like how that. I like how that
sludge loads right in the fucking.
Yeah, I like how that first one was a bait just to blast him right in the face. That's a form change. That's a drink.
Holy shit!
Oh, we also needed a drink for Hedorah's final form. First appearance, so 2 drinks.
That's all right.
And there's a beam. Yep.
I'll drink to that.
Oh, it's gonna be hard now. Hard going here on out.
Oh, it hurts when it goes down that much.
God, this movie flies.
It's so cold.
Right.
Oh yeah, dude. We got to be an hour into it. Or
my awesome cooler is keeping all my drinks cold. So
violence against people.
Yeah, my bachelor bag.
We all have the same cooler bags right now, too, which is fantastic.
Just a bunch of fucking assholes.
The most useful gift I've ever been given.
Without a doubt, dude. Without a doubt.
Also, that was a form change. That's a drink.
Oh.
Stare this fucking kid down.
I get we don't have NECA Godzilla anymore, but I would really like it if we got like NECA Show of Monsters.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
It would.
Like, I'm kind of regretting not getting those Destroy All Monsters sets.
eBay.
You can still get
them.
I can still get them.
Fucking right, get them. Go get them.
Only
I haven't gotten any Godzilla toys in a while, so mostly because I have no fucking room.
you only have if you want, you can buy one set for $80.
No, I would want both.
I sometimes forget I already pre-ordered that Mezco Mothra set too.
That looked awesome.
That's
a little
like
pricey,
$60.
but it looked awesome.
Oh, that's right. The boyfriend gets like fucked up and maybe dies, and like nobody gives a shit.
Good. He's a fucking loser.
I don't give a shit.
There's violence against people. That's
they're all dead. There's the boyfriend. Fuck him.
He's definitely dead.
Yeah, like nobody gives a shit.
I don't give a shit.
That's like the one thing I don't get about this movie.
In fact, I'm proud. I'm happy about it.
God, they must have all really fucking hated that kid.
Right. I mean, well, he showed up looking like an asshole. So.
The girlfriend's like, oh, thank God.
Right. Time to party.
Always coming to work. My work, just, hanging around me.
Is he wearing a face mask? Oh, it's a scarf. All right, never mind.
Take some sludge, fucker.
Sorry for laughing so hard at that. I thought it was hilarious.
Hedorah fucking up that
To
torch.
each their own.
Really got you. Well, that's 2 drinks right there. And Hedorah shits on Godzilla right now.
It's like a bird.
It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
I wonder what sound that is in real life. Like how they got that, What did they record?
Which one?
Oh, this is the
Hedorah.
70s. I'm sure they're using synths.
No, a lot of these are like Godzilla is a
glove being rubbed on the strings of a
like
violin.
a double bass, yeah.
Yeah.
And slow down and reverse. And
Yeah.
that's how they do like a lot of these though.
Yeah, but his is like.
But that sounded more synth based though.
Yeah, that fucking thing.
Like a sine wave or something like that.
Maybe. So that's supposed to be like bone there. Like it's not like clear, but that's supposed to be like Godzilla's hand is like burnt down to the bone.
So Hedorah has acid like blood, like Alien.
Yeah. Yes. Just like Alien.
They actually copied Alien.
Alien came after this.
Right. What was Alien? 91? Probably 20 years old.
No, Alien was like
Late 70s,
yeah,
right?
late 70s.
Really?
Yeah.
The first Alien, yeah. Aliens was like mid 80s.
Yeah.
And then Alien 3 was like 93.
Yeah.
I think everything came out like the same time as like the Terminator 2.
I almost want to say Alien was 77.
Yeah, something like that.
Those eyes all
Alien is
fucked
my
up.
favorite of the series. Most people prefer Aliens, but I prefer Alien.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Just a better crafted movie overall.
Yeah.
A little slower pace, but
Oh shit, he's turning colors. This stupid kid.
That's a beam. That's a drink.
Well, goodbye, suit.
Godzilla's eyes all fucked up. His hands all fucked up.
this is definitely some Kane Undertaker stuff going on right now.
Undertaker! Yeah, they actually got the idea for this movie from Kane and the Undertaker.
They saw it like 25 years into the future.
Yeah, dude, they had time machines back in the 70s. Back in the 80s. Not anymore, though.
You can really tell it's a bony hand in this print of the movie. Good job,
Not necessarily,
Criterion.
dude. I mean, being the naive watcher I am, I'm just like, oh, Godzilla fell.
I can see it. It doesn't look super bony, but I can see it.
We
Like,
should have
show me a close-up.
I want a figure of this suit with the fucked up eye and the bony hand. That'd be cool.
That suit, there's no way. I mean, that
You'd
thing's
make him
in
your
the trash
Mid-Atlantic
somewhere,
champion.
right? Like the actual suit.
Oh yeah, that suit's long gone.
Yeah.
Long gone. There's only one full suit surviving from the 70s, and it's one of the Mechagodzilla ones.
They have that on display.
Yeah.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, and they have actually kind of like replaced parts of it, but
Yeah.
Oh, there they are.
but it's
Well, I mean, like you think of
it's
classic
original
art.
enough.
You think of classic art piece. Most of those have been touched up at this
Right,
point.
right.
It's just called preserving it. It's
and then like
not-
they made it like foam and shit like
Yeah.
that. Like it's gonna crack and be all fucked up.
yeah. Like you got to preserve it by any means necessary. So you gotta touch it up. That's fine, in my opinion. That was probably so fun to film.
All right, we're gonna roll you down in the mud.
In a 200-pound suit.
Right, like you're in a 200-pound suit that's covered in foam. You're well protected, and you're just gonna roll down this thing.
So here you go. Here's the last usage of the 65 suit.
It was nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
take a big shit on him.
A fitting end to the Monster Zero suit.
What is Monster Zero? Watch that movie the other day, actually.
Still going.
I watched Monster Zero and
Let's say some Burger
Invasion
King.
of the Astro Monster the other day. Good
You watched the
stuff.
same movie twice?
No, I watched Hedorah the Three-Headed Monster and
Oh.
Invasion of
I
the
think
Astro.
it's yeah.
Sorry. I'm on my fourth drink. It's
Yeah,
I'm
don't
gonna-
fuck up the
I'm gonna
details
screw
around
up a
him.
little bit.
Drink.
Hi, Godzilla. We're terrible. I
Drink.
Yeah.
I gotta open my beer.
Also, like, Hedorah kind of, like, laughed a little bit at doing that, and it, like, instantly reminded me of
Godzilla
how
laughing.
everyone bitching about Godzilla laughing. at
Why?
versus Kong.
Why?
I always say, like, imagine if, like, a movie, like, imagine if this movie came out, like, in the day and age of Twitter. What it would be like online. Oh, it'd be fucking
I think this
miserable.
movie's awesome.
Oh, yeah. This, again, top 5.
This movie sucks.
It's not top 5 for me. I thoroughly enjoy it just for all the campiness of
It's in
it.
my fave 5, and that also drink. Another drink.
I'm a sucker
Two
for campy
drinks.
shit. When I see Hedorah fucking lighting up some lamp that a kid's trying to use, sign me right the fuck up.
Fuck you, kid.
You know what?
Fuck me? No. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
R.I.P.
That hits me right in the heart. I love that jam. A song wrote for me. Or written. Right.
Yeah, whatever.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah. We don't need to be.
Grammar police out here.
We don't need to be 8th grade English teachers today.
Yeah.
Oh god, he has to even fucking lay down in the back of the car. What a fucking
What a
bum.
bitch.
Fuck this guy.
Look at this guy. He's a bitch.
No
too.
respect.
Professor Lecter was really good. You bought my invention good. Now I'm just gonna keep laying on my money here in the back of this car.
Fucking bitch.
Yeah. She could do so much better.
Right. Sitting there wheeling around.
Leave this
grandpa.
fucking layup.
All that money you're making should fit your crooked yellow teeth.
Leave this fucking layabout moonshine distiller.
I'd leave him right there with the army. Be like, you fucking take care of him.
That guy probably killed the fucking fish. Landed on Hedorah. Oh, he has a bunch of drinks in a row. Drink. Drink.
Oh, they're both dead, I guess.
No, they're going toe to toe here.
God, that looks like so much fun.
Well, that's. I mean,
That just looks like so much fun.
We can do that. We go to my parents' neighbor's house, dude. We'll hug each other and roll down the hill.
I want to think about how they just rolled into the high tension line or power lines. That this is like a no electrified barbed wire match now.
I'd love to be a stuntman. That'd be awesome.
Just getting your ass kicked.
I could be Jack Black's stuntman.
You have to cut your hair.
A little bit.
True. I don't think Jack Black's in movies anymore, is he? He's too rich. Don't need that shit.
He made his coin.
I'd probably only be able to be like someone like really shitty's like stuntman, like fucking Chris Kattan or something like that.
Chris Kattan's not making fucking shit.
I mean, I would say Jason Statham if he needed one.
Jason Statham's my fucking stuntman, all right?
I was gonna say Jason Statham doesn't need a stuntman because he just does his own. Fantastic. See, that's the stuff that makes me like these movies. It's
Violence against people.
When you give me a nice violence against person getting squished by a foot.
Yeah. Take that, fucking human. Here's my foot. Oh, you know what? Oh.
The only thing better would be if he was in a high rise just staring at Godzilla and Godzilla just blows him away with his atomic breath.
With a gun.
No. Atomic breath.
Two Hedorahs with the same gun.
Fatal. No, I'm not going to do it.
How's your car towed all the way to your house?
That's the Ultraman pose, too. There's a little Ultraman tribute. That's another drink.
Fire the laser.
That was a very quick White Claw.
Yeah.
Head-to-head competition right now.
What's that?
Head-to-head competition right now.
You're one ahead of me. Oh,
No.
We're
I had a beer earlier, but...
Not me.
You get a movie with like good suit actors, it's so fucking good.
No, yeah.
That is like just really what makes the suit stuff so good.
Yeah. When I was younger, I didn't like the suit stuff, but like as I got older and stopped being a dickhead about stuff, like I definitely appreciate it more.
Again, if you get good suit actors and it's like they're doing shit like this, or like, you know, a lot of stuff they do in these Godzilla movies, the Ultraman shows, you just go like, that's fucking awesome. Like that's people.
Also, when I look at it now, I'm just like, man, it looks like so much fun to just, if that was your job, like you don't work a day in your life.
I love like reading stories about so Haru Nakajima, who's like the guy.
Like he obviously had to work because his suits were all so heavy.
All the suits weigh over 200 pounds.
Yeah.
You know, like
I remember watching the Halloween parades that we had. I was the bass drum or the quad drum. Heaviest fucking things in the world. And then I went to work afterwards.
Oh, gross.
And I have back problems now. So, and those were probably like 30 to 50 pounds, you know?
And also, like, these suits, like, are probably not very breathable. You got a lot of soundstage lights on you. You know, like...
Oh, super hot.
Oh,
I bet it's probably 90 degrees in that studio, at least. I'm just saying. If I were doing the job, I would just be thoroughly psyched.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. No,
that
it
looks
certainly
good.
wouldn't suck. I mean, you know, besides the physical tolls, it's still fucking fun.
There's still physical tolls, absolutely, but
Hey, the guy did it for, you know...
From
the
54
better part of,
to 70 what?
He stopped at the Gigan, so...
73?
No, the one after this, so it's 71.
Okay.
Or 72, sorry.
So 18 years.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it wasn't like he was like a super young guy when he started doing it, you know? So it's like... But yeah, you do that for almost like 2 decades, and I mean, this guy who's playing Hedorah, he did it till Godzilla vs. Destroyer. So he did it for like a long fucking time. Because he was Godzilla in the 90s, the guy that's playing Hedorah.
Yeah. I mean, he had a 9-year break, so you don't count that, but you have like the...
But he was doing Ultraman and shit like that in the interim.
Okay.
He didn't get the Godzilla gig.
Ultraman's probably a lot easier, though.
Some of them, because they would like modify like a lot of like suits that were used in these movies.
But there's a lot less, like it's shorter, you know?
Oh, yeah, like the fights are shorter, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you.
That's a drink. And violence against people, that's 2 drinks. Bombing him with oxygen.
Let's fucking go. Staying in there, Jesus Christ.
According to Godzilla Twitter, he's being menacing.
Oh, yeah, ooh.
Thank you.
Everybody is
I love you,
standing
dude.
around.
You're the man. Oh, I love you so much.
Let's go.
Say it for me so I don't have to say it.
Jesus. Still just sitting there. Oh, we need a fucking 5-second close up of the old man in the car. Yep.
Dude, this is me watching Singular Point.
Would you stop?
Yep, still flicking the lights. Still
Also,
nothing happening.
The Singular Point are like most popular episode in like.
Since Rob.
Would you be serious?
Son of Godzilla was surprisingly like a big
Oh
episode for
yeah,
us.
I saw the info for that.
Yeah, but Singular Point.
Rob
got there
definitely
fast.
gave us a nice little bump. We got the rub.
Oh, that was there was no Rob. That was
Shin Rob Chira.
no Matt. That was
No, I'm saying the last like huge bump we got was.
Oh yeah.
We got the rub from him. Thanks, Rob.
I hope you got the rub from us.
Yeah.
I think I said that last time we recorded. I was like, maybe you'll get a person to watch your channel from us. He's a nice fella. Really
He's
nice
cool.
fella.
He's into the same shit I'm into, so
Friend of the pod.
I always get along with him.
Good friend of the pod.
Absolutely. He was playing Resident Evil 8, so I didn't have to get it, so I appreciate that. Too many games have come out recently, and I'm not spending as much money as I need to.
Drink.
Yep.
Double drink. I'm gonna count that as a double drink.
Considering what year this is and like how good that
Frick.
looks, you know, decent, not great, but very decent. Still in 2021.
Yeah, well, I mean, somebody had to like hand draw this onto every single frame.
That's what I mean. Like, it's obviously like 3 different drawings that they just probably used to copy and paste on each one. But you know what I mean? You can kind of see the frames. Great eye detail. Great. Like when I watch these types of movies, I look at like the production side of things. Just like erecting that like one little thing right there probably took an entire day.
What are you talking about? It's probably fucking like an inch tall. That fucking thing? The big wall?
Yeah.
It's probably a toy.
No, it's probably like half the size of Godzilla.
I guess.
Look how big it is right there. Yeah.
You're right.
Also,
It's almost the size of Godzilla.
This movie had a fraction of the budget what they had for all the movies before it.
Well, I mean, like props isn't going to cost as much as like acting and shit like that.
No.
You know?
It cost because like all the actors are signed to like in like Toho and stuff. Like they're signed to like they're like basically salary. Like it doesn't like you don't sign like these guys like to individual movies. Like they.
This is the birth of Godzilla versus Barkley, by the way.
Okay.
That's how it starts.
Barkley come out of the eggs?
Man, this is terrible.
Yeah,
My
we'll tell you.
legs came out of one, and the rest of me came out of the other.
But like all the actors, like they just pay them a yearly salary, so
Right.
it's like they don't have to sign them. But like the reason why they go to like countryside more is because everything was like the miniatures that cost a lot.
Yeah. Like I was saying, like those buildings from earlier, like those look great. So like destroying those like every year or so must have been tough.
Yeah.
To keep doing.
You know.
So Godzilla does not have a skeleton hair. So
No, that's a botch.
We're
That's a
back.
botch. That'd be on Botchamania.
or Godzilla just regenerates.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
none of this bullshit makes sense anyway.
Oh, you just threw the coat
It's
in the air.
science fiction. We can move past.
Sure. Yeah, his hand's fine now. Right.
Oh, I need to get a fresh cloth for what's coming next.
I gotta take a fucking piss.
I also have to take a piss. You can go first.
But you can't leave now. This is the scene.
Well, it looks like I got fucking lucky.
Oh, well,
It looks like
you're
he's-
gonna miss it. Here we go, baby.
Oh, my favorite.
You know, the PS4 game for Godzilla is what it is. but I do appreciate that like one of the moves that you can like unlock for Godzilla in that game is like an homage to the you don't fly, but like you kind of like bounce yourself backwards, like doing the flying pose. And I do appreciate like that movie just went so our game went so deep with references, even though it's not the best game, but.
No, I definitely like. I've seen you play the game. I've never played it myself. Oh, actually, I might have played it for like 5 minutes, but I don't own it. The Destroy All Monsters. That series of games. So fucking good. I played it the other day, and I'm just like, man, this game is just fan-fucking-tastic.
That PS4 game is nowhere even close to the ballpark of those games.
You're just moving a little too slow. It's,
Was that an attempt at Thez Press? Godzilla going for his signature 70s move. Motherfucking.
The Alabama Slam?
Yeah.
How do you like me now?
The Godzilla Bama Slammer.
I got an ideal. How about you put the belt on me and I'll beat everybody?
Oh, he's leaking.
Best chest buster in the game. Oof, that's a concussion. That's Taka Michinoku going over the hitting hard when he gets tossed out the Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble 2000.
He smashes his head on the ground.
That was his fucking. That was a rap on Taka in WWE.
Oh, was that his last appearance?
Yep.
Oh. That's a little flying again. That's another drink.
Obviously, I mean, he's kept wrestling in the 21 years
he's
since.
He's kind of having a good run. Not
except for that time he cheated on his wife and got banned from his own promotion.
Yeah.
Except for that time, he had a good run.
Hate is gonna hate.
I don't hate anyone at all.
Like fuck whoever you want.
I'm not here to judge anyone for their infidelity. I can't do that actually. So. I'm just saying he shouldn't have been kicked out of his Michinoku Pro.
Fucking owns it.
Different culture. I'm not here to judge. It's Japanese culture. But if it happened here in America, he'd be around a Michinoku Pro.
It's a little harsh to. Drake.
That eye is just such good detail.
Yeah, fuck him up.
Drake.
It's like watching Serena Deeb finish off an opponent. I'm melting. Oh, it'd been awesome if there was like a happy ending to this, an alternate happy ending to this movie where they
carrying that guy's fucking dead weight around.
No, they could recycle Hedorah into like something productive for society.
Oh, sorry. This is what Dad said. She goes, "Oh, her back must be hurting." I said, "Oh yeah, carrying her fucking bum of a husband's dead weight around." It's got a bony hand.
Eat it.
He's just like,
fuck it.
It's so good.
I feel like this is good for getting the point across that he's very fucking pissed off about what he had to go through in this.
No, yeah.
It's good. It's good.
That's what I like about this movie. Like, not the best Godzilla movie. I wouldn't put it in my top 5 at all. Nowhere close. I'm just saying, I thoroughly enjoy this type of stuff.
I love it.
It's like watching a Roger Moore James Bond movie. Not the best thing, but you get your fucking jollies off.
It's so fucking weird. I just can't get enough of this movie.
That suit fucking got all fucked up.
They're gonna use that suit one more time.
Yep, there it is. You did it.
A winner is you.
Wait till it fucking rains.
Rick!
Final verdict. These truly watermelon kiwis. Yeah, I can't.
These
These truly watermelon kiwis are pretty good.
wrecked him.
Pretty good.
Daniel killed him.
It's for
Don't put the beer back!
One of my favorite things he's ever done.
Some good selling right here. Selling the magnitude of this fight.
It's like Moxley versus Kingston, you know? It's not like the most interesting fight in the world, but on paper, but once you like actually watch it,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, this sucked me right in.
Listen, Haru Nakajima is telling a story with his selling right here.
Yeah. No, he's a good worker.
Yeah. The best.
Tails
The best!
too active.
The best! It's a sweet coat. What, I can't appreciate some fashion? I'm a guy who wears fucking ringside fucking what is it? Barbershop window shirts.
Barbershop window.
It's a Razor Ramon. Fucking
More dead fish. All life is gone.
I do not apologize for the amount of burping I've done for this.
It's like the grimmest song ever. No one to even shed a tear.
It's not even good.
I'm gonna get that written on my fucking chest in Old English.
No one's even shed a tear. So I hurt myself today.
I was gonna get unscarred in Old English on my stomach, like Phil Anselmo's unscarred.
I was gonna get Mexico.
The music in this movie is fantastic. It's not like intense at all. It just, you know.
It's no Home Alone, that's for sure.
Oh, it's Danny Elfman's in a class by himself.
Danny
Jenna Elfman's dad. He also did the Simpsons theme.
I like how the army
the
dude like
Batman
ran
music.
up with Kenny and the girlfriend because the boyfriend's dead. It's like when like you have like an RPG and it's like one of like the characters like dies through like permadeath that's like not expected, and they just have to like fill it in with like a random NPC. That's like what just happened there. Like that should have been the boyfriend running up, but because he's dead, like no, we'll just throw in like one of like the army dudes.
Yeah.
Animated spot drink.
Will there be another double drink? Guys, we did it.
5 seltzers for me.
Pretty good.
We did it.
That was a good. See, and no credits at the end. Just cuts right off.
Yeah.
Moves over.
Oh,
they
gives a shit.
They
They'd already-
front-load the credits.
Oh yeah, they already told you everybody.
They made the credits interesting. They front loaded it with some musical interludes, so we got to drink to it.
Yeah.
But that is Godzilla versus Hedorah, and that's why our podcast for this was a drunken mess. Just because
This is the this is how we chose to celebrate our 2-year anniversary. I think it was a success. If you stuck around for this, maybe tweet us about how you're doing. Maybe tomorrow, so that you made it.
hopefully you did it at night, not at 6:05 a.m.
Although if you did it at 6:05 a.m.
That's some. Hey, props for the dedication, but you might have a problem.
Tell us if you went to work later.
Yeah, wake up at the crack of dawn.
someone tweets, it's like, yeah, I did it at 6:05 a.m. and I'm a surgeon. But
I drive kids to school.
We get sued over this?
no, we don't, because we had that disclaimer at the beginning to do it responsibly.
You
Yeah,
did.
you covered your ass.
So, I guess with that, we'll all just say goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
No.